know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. Once again, I'm gone with the summer. They be trying to count us out, we highly endowed. They must not know what's at stake, what we fighting about. This tradition to a wordsmith and missile shooter. I'm my automatic sniper, I bet this'll do ya. I give reason and ether to all the line soldiers. I'm undefeated, my region remains on my shoulders. I've cried nights, that's only because of highlights. I find life in knowing I'm playing mine right. Wicked crimes from them wanna-be crowned. Try to lead me to the deep where I might cunningly drown. At times I thought they got me where they wanted me now. But like the sun, I rise up when I don't wanna be down, and that's real. I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. They ain't never been eye to eye with Satan in the broad daylight. Gone left while they all sway right. A true maverick, unbothered by what y'all made right. A naysayer slayer, I'm filleting all daylight. Yeah, we in that upside down, I manage not to sink. They keep our eyes wide shut, I manage not to blink. Another decade or maybe they not faking. Maybe it's more to it, maybe we got taken advantage of. Either way, the damage is done. The bottom feeders get to eat all them glamorous crumbs. Where all them seekers of truth, the speakers of the youth. We come and go with the summers, keep believing in you. I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. Yeah. Once again, I'm gone with the summer.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you for the person that disliked the video. Disliking helps the video too. Thank you. Guys, it's been a while since we've done a Sunday afternoon live and recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're live on, of course, the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're live on Twitch and Twitter. We're live on Facebook, the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. Be sure to like us there if you haven't already. We're also live on TikTok. You guys got a different view today. So randomly, I will be looking down, and that's what I'm looking at, our friends on TikTok that are watching. We do a Sunday afternoon live all the time to recap Love and Marriage Huntsville. But after watching last week's episode and this week's episode, would y'all be mad if I stopped recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville after maybe this season? Because this season is not giving. Nope. It's not giving. It's not giving. It's actually, and I've told you guys this before, I'm very transparent. The only reason why I even recapped the show is because my community kept on saying, Kempire, can you get into Love and Marriage Huntsville? Can you talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville? But it's becoming torturous on a Sunday to talk about a show. I'm like, what is this? And I got to keep rewinding. I'm like, what? But we're going to look. Danny says, I'm getting bored with the show. I'm getting bored with it too. And I guess they thought a fight, because they kept on showing that fight during last week's episode. Every commercial kept on showing this fight. To come to last week's episode, where Martell and Marcel had a conversation off camera, so they're good now. So we're not gonna have the conversation on camera like you had the fight on camera. But according to Martell, he's still not necessarily at peace with what went down with Marceau. So I guess that will be a leadway for them to discuss this at a reunion or later in the episode. But I did watch last week's episode, but last week was BravoCon, so we did not go live to recap Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I asked you guys, should I do a pre-recorded recap? Should I try and fit it in during the week? You all said no. Stacey says, is Melody a producer? Yes, Melody is a producer. Melody and Martell are producers of the show because originally the show was supposed to be it was supposed to be in a different direction, and they were the ones who brought this idea to Carlos King. Janae says, explain your disinterest. Have you watched the show? Look, everyone's going to have a different view of the show. People are still watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. However, I don't feel like anything authentically is happening on this show besides rehashing of the same stuff over and over for the last 5 seasons. And even the introduction of new people, it has been kind of womp, womp, womp. Except Stormi. But before we get into Stormi's situation, well, first of all, we already knew, all of you, when we first were introduced to Stormi briefly, was it not last season, but the season before, season 3, all of you was like, do you know who Stormi is? And we Googled schmoogled and we found out who Stormi was. And then she got a more prominent role. Hey, Carlos, thanks for watching. She got a more prominent role season 4. And then some of you haven't been feeling Stormi. But you know what I like about Stormi? And it's nothing to do with the show. I like Stormi's life outside of the show, her business. And what we've seen these last couple of episodes, she knows what she's doing. And there's a reason why this woman is running a multi-million-dollar successful company. Congratulations to you, Stormi, on all the success. She's also very good for TV, too. Look, I'm not completely turned off by her. Not like Tiffany. I did like in this last episode, we got a brief, idea of what Tiffany does. And it was very brief before we started talking about them having a baby. And I was just like, why are we here? I would rather an entire scene of Tiffany working and doing what she's doing with this company than us go back to the baby fake storyline. We'll go back. We'll go back. Guys, I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. If you missed any of our BravoCon updates or recaps, be sure to check out our under a minute recaps on TikTok. Be sure to check out our long form recaps that we did last Tuesday and last Wednesday. Went live twice to break that down. And I will be doing a special podcast episode talking about it, Kempire Radio. But if you missed the latest podcast episode with the Love Match Atlanta stars, you might want to check that one out. That was a good one. Kempire Radio on all podcast platforms. All right. And don't forget to subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel as well. So one of the things that I tweeted last night about Love and Marriage Huntsville's episode this week was that I like that we got to see a little bit more of the business side of what the women are doing, because that really was the vision of Oprah. She was trying to create a network that was different than all of the other networks that was a little bit less ratchet. Then here come Carla. Then here come Carlos. No. And I feel like that was the vision for Love and Marriage Huntsville as well. I don't feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville is like Love and Hip Hop. I don't think it's that level. I know we had a couple of fights, but in life people really fight. However, I don't know, Oprah. How are you feeling about Love and Marriage Huntsville? One of the other things that we discussed this week was Love and Marriage DC. They started filming as well for their second season, which also had the story of Monique Samuels and her separation, her non-separation separation. Did you guys see that story? It's been a couple of weeks since we've been together, and since it's Love and Marriage franchise related, I wanted to talk about it because these last couple of episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville were. So we saw that. I don't know if I did a whole separate live talking about Monique on Wednesday. So if you missed that, be sure to check it out, where I show the video of Monique talking on her YouTube channel about People Magazine's article about them separating. And I don't know. A lot of you are speculating that this Monique situation with Chris is just going to be a storyline. They're literally filming right now. So all of this will play out, I'm sure, about them separating. She confirmed that they're living in separate houses. So I don't know. C. Breezy says it's close to Love and Hip Hop. Do you think it's close? I don't know. Have you watched Love and Hip Hop lately? I mean, I really haven't, but I've seen clips. I don't know. I don't know if it's even close to Love and Hip Hop. Look, you know I'm a straight shooter, so if I did think that, I would be like, yeah. Also, guys, if you missed it yesterday, I posted another video about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, Lisa Rinna. Check that out. We have another update right before the final part of the reunion. Stay tuned for that. Okay. Gwen says, I did mostly enjoy the Core 6 conversation last night. It felt nostalgic. Yeah, and I think that was intentional, but it also felt fake because I don't feel like any of these people really are friends anymore. And Melanie really was the only one that was very honest about that. This is a business meeting. It was like a production meeting, really, you know, because they're not doing business together besides this show. All right. Red says, Love and Hip Hop adjacent. Come on. Come on. If I really thought that, I would tell you guys. I would tell you guys that. But you have a right to your thoughts as well. So if you think it's close to Love and Hip Hop, there you go. Okay. All right. Okay. Dazzleen says, Wanda makes it Love and Hip Hop. Well, when you put it that way, I'm like, okay, maybe. All right, let me start from last week's. I'm not going to go through all of last week's episode because it wasn't good. I just wanted to highlight certain things that came out from that episode. Okay, first of all, Stormi and Tiffany at her estate. We saw the estate before, but Stormi is doing well, and I love it. Stormi, though, your offices. I mean, everyone loves. People love pink. The office wasn't giving me the same luxury as her home. I was just like, I don't love this office, but that's personal taste. Some people love the pink and the pink shit. I didn't love that. But Stormi seems like she's really trying to get to know all of the ladies. She's trying to make friends with Destiny. She had a conversation last week with Destiny. Destiny, people are just not going to like you. And here's the thing, the reason why. You're not transparent. And I'm not saying you need to tell everybody your business. I'm not saying that. But you are on a reality show. So give us something more than just this. Attitude. And I said this the last time we recapped this. I do believe Melody should have come up to you at your event and at least had a little bit more than, hi, Destiny. With the whisper, hi, Destiny. No. You go up to someone, it's their event. Hi, Destiny. Congratulations on everything. And then if that's where you wanted to leave it, and look, we get it. This whole situation was a production-related event, okay? So all of them were going to be there regardless. But it is still considered her event. So go up to her and be like, hi, Destiny. Congratulations on everything. Farrah says, I think Destiny is moody. Yeah, look, I'm moody too. I was not in the mood to be here. I wanted to be here with you guys, but I wasn't in the mood to talk about this show. But I'm still here at my job. I've showed up. I'm still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Happy Sunday, guys. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. We are live, of course, on multiple platforms. But if you haven't subscribed to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? We hit 187,000 subscribers overnight. We appreciate everyone that subscribed. But don't forget, we don't just talk about reality TV news. We talk about everything in pop culture. And I just posted a couple of shorts covering some Beverly Hills stuff. And Beyonce announced her world tour, technically. All right. Someone said, bye, Destiny. Oh, Ivy said, so you wanted Mel to be fake? Well, no, here's the thing. Not to be fake, but be polite. You don't have to have a full-on conversation. You just go up to her and be like, address her. It is her event. You came into her store. It's not like you just came into her store to get some hair glue. You came into her store for this event. You're filming. I'm not saying to have a long conversation. What you can do is just be like, hi, Destiny. Congratulations. And I love how the production, it keeps showing, the editors keep showing. She did say hello. Yeah, but it's very, especially when Destiny's back to you like this, she's not going to hear that. So I feel like she could have done that. Damn, Yo Ellis says she is not transparent. She is broke, bitter, and uninviting with that stank face. I mean, that was pretty harsh, but pretty honest. Drea says she spoke. Drea, aka Melody, says, okay, she spoke when she walked in. She did, but she could have spoken a little bit more so that she knows. Like, you go to someone's event, even if you don't like them, you go to someone's event and you're like, hello, congratulations, and then you keep it moving. You keep it moving. You go hang out with Stormi. Stormi. Oh, okay. Stormi's beef with Destiny is not as deep as Melody, but Stormi came there with flowers and Gucci. Okay, she came there with flowers and Gucci. Okay. In my TikTok chat, AM says AM says she's definitely bitter. Silver Fox says, why was she even there? Because it's a production thing. It's a production thing. Daphne says it's a voice for me. I really do enjoy Melody's fake. Well, that's not a fake voice, but you know what I mean. Her fakeness. Anyways, let me focus. Okay, so episode 6 that we didn't get to talk about and recap last week, we had Stormi and Tiffany hanging out. We had Stormi and Destiny having a conversation. And Stormi basically explained to Destiny why she didn't have her products in her store. She said it's a business thing, and she broke it down. And seeing Destiny and Stormi talk business, you see why one is a multi-million-dollar success and the other... Okay. Dion says, some forget Destiny started off with very valid points. She did. And I think part of the reason why people don't see it for Destiny is because she just does not come across likable. She did have some valid points. But still. Damn, Gwen on YouTube says, that party was dry as Popeye's biscuits. Let me tell you something. Last weekend, I had a Popeye's biscuit. The Popeye's biscuit, well, at least at this establishment, was good. I mean, it was dry as a biscuit, but it was good. I was actually surprised because, we've talked about Popeye's before. And I was like, ah. And I still didn't love, like, the chicken and stuff. But the biscuit? Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch and Facebook. Mickey, I see you. Glad to see you as well. Hey, Nadi, what's going on? Lawrence watching on Twitch. Guys, look, I'm on Twitch, TheKempire on Twitch. I hear, especially if you're streaming to your television, you get great video quality. And I'm streaming in 4K. YouTube, you should be able to get the 4K. Facebook, Okay. So if you're looking for a platform to watch it in high quality, Twitch is one of the places, but also YouTube as well. Shout out to everyone that's joining us on this Sunday afternoon. I know you could be anywhere, but you're here with us. We appreciate it. Don't forget, we are raising money for breast cancer awareness for the Black Women's Health Imperative Organization. We are almost at our goal of $3,000. I would really like to raise double that, but whatever you can, sharing the live, sharing the videos. Our last video will have a link to the fundraiser. And if you're part of the replay crew, let me know where you're watching from and let me know your thoughts on episodes 6 and 7. But also, you should be able to see on one of these sides the charity fundraiser that we're doing for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Can you believe we're almost done with the month? We're almost done with the month. Next week is Halloween. Next week's Halloween. Damn. I don't like Halloween like that. I like candy corn. Oh, I should have worn my candy corn hat. Damn. It's all right. What are you dressing up for Halloween? Replay crew, those of you in the live chat, do you like Halloween? What are you dressing up for Halloween? I'd much rather talk about Halloween than this show. It's okay. But we're here. We're here. So episode 6, we had those conversations. And basically, Marcel was like, yeah, Martel and I are good. You guys had a full-on brawl at Madani, in Madani's parking lot. So You had a full-on brawl. And we don't get to see the conversation. We don't get to, it's just done. It's over with. But if you take a look at that fight that they kept on showing, I felt like that fight was pre-produced. I don't feel like that fight was real. I don't feel like the fight was real. Just saying. Mrs. Dash says, I love candy corn too. I ate so much candy corn over the last few weeks. I'm done. I think I'm done for the season. I usually only have it around the Halloween time. I'm done with candy corn. But I will be pulling out my candy corn crochet hat this week. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget, guys, we will be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel with Grace Report and Layla Lynn for our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. And don't forget, we will be recapping Married to Medicine tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. All right. What else did I tell you? Oh, tonight we have our Married to Medicine and Potomac watch party on TikTok exclusively. So be sure to follow me there at TheKempire. All right. Nurse Petty says I love the random conversations that we're having. Freshness is the key to Popeye's biscuits. Okay. I went there. It was not late, but it was late at night. And I got a biscuit. It was pretty fresh. I was like very impressed. All right. Thank you, Dazzling, for getting us back on track. Marcel doesn't want Martell to talk about his 20 side chicks. Oh, so that's why he wanted to make it all good. Because Martell, you see later, says that he doesn't believe that it's all good with Marcel, even though they had this conversation that wasn't filmed, which is so weird to me. It's so weird to me. But the best part for me in episode 6 was seeing Stormi's home, her estate, not even just her home, her estate. They had to run before the rain came. You saw how far they had to run? I like Stormi. But Stormi is like many of us. We are professional. We are nice. But don't bring us there. Don't take us there. And that's what happened with her in Destiny. What's up? What's up? Remember that? Just saying. But I like seeing her this week. We get to see, what's going on with her, the update of what's going on with her. I liked that. One of the things that I tweeted earlier today, I feel as if this season, and I've said this before during our Love and Marriage Huntsville recaps, I feel as if this season producers are leaning away from making Marcel look like a cheating, chauvinistic husband, even though he still looks chauvinistic. But they're leaning away from that this season because, for season upon seasons, they've made it seem like he has all these side chicks and a side baby somewhere. But this season, they're trying to make it all good, which I'm okay with. But I'm just like, is it real? What's real? I don't know what's real. But this seems to be Marcel's redemption season where everything is going well. But Tisha's still looking. Okay, let's move on to episode 7. We're already on episode 7. How many more episodes, Carlos, do we have before the season's over? We didn't get a reunion for season 4. We thought this was going to be season 4 continued, but they're labeling it as season 5. We didn't get a reunion for season 4. I'm sure we will get a reunion for season 5. I'm ready for the reunion. How many more episodes, Carlos? Please don't make it a long season. Because already these last 2 episodes, I thought maybe, last week's episode would have been really, really interesting. And then maybe last week's episode and this week's episode were not that interesting. But it's okay. We'll make it interesting. We'll try. So at the top of episode 7, which is called Don't Call It a Comeback, because that's a throwback to the name of their company, the Comeback Group, where all of the couples came together. So Stormi at the top of this meets with Melody and she talks about what's going on with her business. And she's talking about, we're going into retail. We're going to be in Walmart. We're going to be in this store. We're going to be doing this. Like she's doing the damn thing. I kind of would want to see a little bit more of Stormi doing the damn thing. But it was nice to hear it. Then, of course, they had to get into the mess. She had to say, I met with Tiffany, I met with Destiny, and had those conversations. And Melody says, she was a big advocate for them having a conversation because they're like, in reality, you two do not have real beef. Destiny and I have real beef, but you two do not have real beef. But as you saw from last week's episode, Destiny was like, let's not try and get involved in what's going on with Destiny, and Melody. Do you think that friendship is salvageable? I never really looked at that as a real friendship. I feel like that friendship was always only because she was married to Martell. I think she's closer to Martell than she is to Melody. But I'm trying to understand their beef. What is their beef? Can we remember? What is the beef? What is the beef between Melody and Destiny again? I can't remember. I bet they can't remember either. But one of the most powerful things in the conversation between Stormi and Melody was when Stormi said, I manifested this. She talked about the journey in regards to her business, that she went to stores like Sally Beauty and see how could I stand out in this aisle as a company. I loved that conversation. Those moments for me in these last couple of episodes were the best moments. Her talking about how she manifested this business, because those of you that are trying to manifest or trying to build something are or were inspired by watching that last night. I would rather them dig a little bit more into that than the mess of what's going on with Destiny, what's going on with Tiffany, blah, 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 blah. No one cares. I mean, they care a little bit, but it's finding that balance of the business side of what's going on. I'd much rather talk about what's going on with Stormi's business and what are you trying to learn here, Melody? Do you think Melody authentically is friends with Stormi, or do you think Melody just wants to be close to someone that's really successful and she can pick their brains and get that information? I'm just wondering, because I just don't see Melody as 100% authentic. I don't see Melody as being 100% trustworthy as a friend. I know some people are like, well, no, she's a good friend. I don't know. Because I already see her falling out with Stormi, but that's not someone she wants to fall out with. Just saying. What's up? What's up? What, child? That will never leave my elephant brain. Wait, is that Mrs. Van? Mrs. Van? Oh my gosh. Guys, if you haven't already, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. If you haven't already, get your Coldest water bottle. But Coldest doesn't just have water bottles, guys. They have all the things. They have water bottles, multiple colors, multiple sizes, designs, all the things. But they also have things for your pets, okay? They have things for your pets as well. I love Coldest. It's like one of my favorite. They've been sponsoring the channel for a very long time, but they have coolers, they have ice packs, they have beds, they have beds for your pets. They have sheets for you coming very, very soon. All the things. Head on over to coldest.com, but don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off of your order. And thank you for helping our channel continue to grow with that support as well. Okay. Daphne says, I think they're associates. Renita says, Melody is not friends. Hold on. Is not friends with no one. This show is just business. And she's made it very apparent, which I can respect about her. Even when she goes to this meeting for the comeback, well, it's not a meeting for the comeback group, but it's the comeback group coming together. She's like, this is business. This is not about friendship. All right. So we get that first scene with Stormi and Melody catching up, and Stormi's letting her know what's been going on with her business, but also what's been going on with Tiffany and Destiny. I can already see Melody falling out with Tiffany, because Tiffany seems to be making friends with all of Melody's enemies, okay? I can already see that falling out happening. Just saying. Speaking of Tiffany, so Tiffany is at her place of work, and she's talking about Acclinate, this company that she has, and what this other company that she's partnering with. And I thought we were going to get more of that. However, here come Lewis. Lewis comes on and Tiffany brings up the whole baby situation. So they have decided that they're going to try for the next 6 months to have a baby. I know she's like 30 something, right? But for some reason, every time I look at them as a couple, I'm just like, y'all really talking about having babies? But I believe she's still young enough, and men can have babies till whenever. But every time I look at them, I just look at them in a different age bracket. And it's not because Tiffany, I'm not trying to say you look old. I just get an older energy from them. So I'm just sort of like, really? We talking about babies? Like, wham. Oh, all right. Tina says that Tiffany's trying to stay on the show. The Great Enigma says Tiffany told Destiny that she thinks Melody was wrong. Yeah, and that's why I feel as if the friendship is not where it is supposed to be, or she's not bowing down to Melody. But here's the thing. I don't need the entire cast against Melody. That's not going to be entertaining to watch. We need a balance of friendship on this show. We don't need the entire cast against Melody. And we know Kimmy loves to ride a fence, so then there's that. Sidebar. Maurice Know-It-All Scott. I'm over Maurice. Anyone else? And I initially liked Maurice because he seemed unproblematic. But all of you said, no, he's problematic. All the Scott men are problematic. Speaking of which, they do, all of the couples are getting ready. I don't know what was going on with this episode. All the couples were getting ready. We see them in their cars. They're talking about what's going to happen and all of that stuff. At one point, Tisha calls Mama Wanda to see what she said exactly, because Tisha's like, I came out at the last minute. I didn't see what happened. Your mama was popping off. Your mama tried to come after Melody from behind. Okay. We have that. We have all of them getting dressed and coming to this situation. They have multiple conversations, but I'm going to skip ahead and talk about Mark, because all of you have been linking me to Mark and his Instagram and his Instagram lives. I don't want to be involved. But then he's going to be on the show. He's going to be on the show. If he wasn't going to be on the show, I would not talk about Mark. I don't know what's wrong with Mark. I don't want to talk about Mark. Something's not right with Mark. But they talk about Mark in this episode. As you know, Mark has made accusations that he was in a relationship with Mama Vanessa. And we're all like, really? And if Mama Vanessa was in a relationship with him, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't know why it's an important detail. It really, I'm trying to understand the correlation. But if she was, Mama Van, you missed the bullet. Oh my gosh, I hope you stop communicating with him. And I get why a couple of weeks ago, why Melody was like, I'm not going to talk about him. I'm not going to talk about him. I don't blame her. Do you blame her? Don't talk about that man. I don't want to talk about him. But Mark will be on the show next week. Mark Scott will be on the show next week. Something, look. 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 Oh my, I don't know, but let's backtrack a little bit, guys. For those of you that are members of the channel, I am going to drop the call-in link for you on the community tab on YouTube. So if you're a member of the channel, head on over there. I'm going to drop the call-in link first for Royal Court members, then for Team Kempire members. If you would like to become a member, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. For our fall merch, have you guys seen the fall merch? Look at the fall merch, y'all. Team Kempire on the front. Team Kempire on the front, and Kempire Worldwide. I don't know if I can turn all the way around. Can you guys see it? Okay. Kempire Worldwide on the back. Kempire Worldwide on the back. Head on over to houseofkempire.com. For a limited time, this is our fall and Halloween merch. So head on over there once fall and Halloween are over, we'll be done. We will be done. All right. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. Mark just disliked the video. Mark, stop watching me. Aquarius guy says, I wish I laughed like that. Oh my goodness. All right. First of all, let me just drop this link for Royal Court members first before I forget. Shout out to everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter. We see you guys as well. Hold on. Let me just drop this link here. Okay. And happy Sunday, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I cannot believe it's already been a week since BravoCon. BravoCon was a lot, and I didn't even do all the things. But BravoCon was an all-day event and nightly event. I'm glad I did not go because I don't know what I would feel like this week. But BravoCon was a lot of fun. I'll talk more about all the other things on the podcast, so stay tuned for that. All right? Okay. Hey, Vicky. I see you on Facebook. What's going on, Lauren? All right. Jamila, what do you mean? Why does he look like that? I feel like he looks like the Scott brothers. They all look a little different, but they definitely look like their brothers. They're definitely the one who looks mostly different is Maurice. All right. Speaking of Maurice gets himself checked by Marceau this episode as well, because I agree here. So the big battle amongst these trifecta of friends, the comeback group, is Mama Wanda and her mentioning Melody's child. And look, we could go back and forth, and we will in the comment section in the live chat whether or not what Mama Wanda said did mention the child. I mean, without a doubt, you're questioning the paternity of a child. Okay, so it is mention of the child. Not Marceau and Melody agreeing. But isn't Marceau, did you have a change of heart? Because I felt as if that was a part of the reason why you and Martell got into the physical altercation. Was because you agreed that Mama Wanda had not been talking about the child. Or did you just want to not throw your wife under the bus again? Because Tisha's like, I can't believe Marceau is agreeing with Melody after being in the car with her talking to Mama Wanda. And I love how the editors show how multiple times Mama Wanda was talking about the child. Mama Wanda's going to be Mama Wanda. Some of you do not want to see Mama Wanda on the show. And honestly, I kind of miss Mama Wanda this episode because then it would have been something to watch. Because it's just like, but I don't want to watch Mark. Next week we're gonna get Mark on the show. I did not expect that. I thought Mark was just going to be talking about the show on his Instagram. Tabby says Marceau loves him some Melody. You guys are not gonna let up on those rumors. So I thought that was interesting. He had a sort of like a change of heart. And I wanted to hear from you guys and the replay crew. Do you think what Mama Wanda said, questioning the paternity of Martell being the father of Melody's last baby, was talking about the child? And I believe Tracy sent in a super chat a couple of weeks ago explaining exactly what Martell said. Martell wasn't questioning the paternity of the last child. He was questioning about the paternity of the child that she didn't end up having. So, I mean, when you look at those kids, all those kids look like Martell and Melody, like the perfect mixture of both of them. All right. All right. If you are a Team Kempire member, I see we already got a couple of Royal Court members backstage. If you're a Team Kempire member, I'm going to drop the call link for you as well. Once we take some calls, I'm going to wrap it up because I feel like the last two episodes weren't a lot to cover or a lot to talk about. I see that Carlos, though, has been getting involved in the Bravo stuff. So people have been talking about him a lot lately. So he's loving that. All right. Let me just do this. And guys, since we have almost 1,000 people in the building, let's get to 400 likes. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Let's get to 400 likes, and I'll drop the call-in link for the general audience as well. Team Kempire members, I am dropping the call-in link for you on the Kempire Daily community tab on YouTube. Reminder, guys, for those of you that watch me on YouTube, in the comment section, YouTube is having a big issue of people pretending to be content creators in the comment section. So if you see me say a tweet, unless you see the verified check on YouTube, then it's definitely not me. And I'm not offering any sort of contest that I have not mentioned here. Okay, so do not engage with any of those spam lookalike Kempires. Okay, so just a reminder, because it's literally like every week, every single week, multiple times a week. Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna get into some callers in just a second. I just want to make sure I cover everything in regards to this. So at the comeback group conversation, all the couples come together. First of all, Kimmy looked great. All of them looked great, honestly. All of them, very good looking cast. All of them looked great. But you know, we love us some Kimmy. But Maurice, shut up. and I kind of liked that Marcel broke it down to him, because I guess they weren't on the same page about the whole Mama Wanda situation, because literally Marcel's like, well, how did you feel about the whole situation when Tiffany was talking about your son? Shut that lawyer right down. Which is true. I don't know how we've had this sort of change of heart, at least amongst this group, about Mama Wanda and her saying off the wall things. But that's when Kimmy, forever the producer, she's been producing since the top of the season, forever the producer, that's when Kimmy decides to bring up Mark and his social media behavior. And Marcel says, I can't do anything about that. Marcel says he cannot do anything about Mark. Because he says, at least with Mama Wanda, at least with Mama Wanda, you can get some, what did he say exactly? Oh, she's willing to listen to some things. Mama Wanda? So he's saying Mama Wanda's more agreeable than Mark.
Lies! The lie!
I'm just saying. I was just like, what? Really? Girl Mills says Miss Wanda doesn't respect her daughter's marriage. We've been saying that. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok. You guys have a different view today. We're talking about love and marriage. Huntsville, don't forget, we will be doing our watch party tonight of Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine reunion. Thank God we're at the reunion. Tonight, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to follow me on TikTok at TheKempire. And then, of course, we will be recapping Potomac tomorrow with Grace Report and Layla Lynn at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing our Married to Medicine reunion recap as well. All right, guys, we're almost at 400 likes on YouTube. We have almost 1,000 people watching on YouTube alone. Thank you guys look, I appreciate you guys showing up, because I was like, oh, if people don't show up, I'm not going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, but you guys always show up. You always show up, and I appreciate it. All right, let's get to some callers. So we can wrap this up so I can actually have a Sunday. And do some things and prepare before we go live tonight on TikTok. Okay. All right. We have quite a few people backstage. We're going to get to see some of these folks, guys. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, I don't know. Can you like on Twitch? Someone on Twitch, let me know. Can you like on Twitch? Butter Cottage, can you like on Twitch? What do you do on Twitch? Facebook, I know you can like the video, share the video, follow us on Facebook if you haven't already. Those of you that are watching on Twitter, retweet, follow me on Twitter at TheKempire. We have almost 11,000 followers now on Twitter. I have a different conversation, y'all, on Twitter. I talk about the housewives. I talk about pop culture news. There's a few things that I talk about. So be sure to follow me there if you haven't already at TheKempire, at Kempire Daily, and at Kempire Radio. And follow me on Instagram. All the things. All right, let's get to some callers, because the callers are patiently waiting backstage. We're going to bring up Life of Deshunta first. Hold on. What's going on, Deshunta? Uh-oh, you're muted.
Hey, Kempire.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you today? Let me
I'm
see.
great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Um, I think I
Oh,
agree with you with this episode because we're trying to pull, grasping for straws. But I did like the episode without Wanda's presence because we got to actually like see people with sense on our screen.
mm.
Even though she has her daughter brainwashed and Tisha's playing in our face, like, what did my mama do? It is literally all over the internet. You know your mama talked about the people. Like, just stop it with the games. But to keep it short, I realized Mel and Martell may definitely have something over Marceau. Because you see how quickly he resolves things and how he kind of just shoots his wife thoughts to the side. Yes, Mel, I agree with you. I agree with everything you say. But in the car, it was a different tune. But once you
Mm.
see them in person, you're like, ooh, I don't want them to air me out. So that was just something that I noticed. And of course, we like to see Stormi thriving, and Tiffany and Lewis. I mean, they can try for a baby, but not on our screens. We're over it. That's like the come on, let's have a baby. No, that is not going to get you another season. Just get away from us with this Apollo. All right, I'm gone. I'm not going to be long winded. I'll talk to you later.
Take care. She said, get away with me for this for Apollo." Classic, classic. One of the things that I was reminded of from Deshunta was I saw a lot of people on social media this week comparing Tisha and Wanda to Mama Joyce and Candy. I mean, I can see it. But look, I met Mama Joyce and I really like Mama Joyce. But yeah, Mama Joyce is out of pocket too. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Replay crew, the live chat. Do you think they're the same person, Mama Joyce and Mama Wanda? I don't know. I'm willing to hear what you guys have to say, though. I'm willing to hear what you guys have to say. All right, we're gonna get some more callers. Adrian's backstage. We're gonna bring her up. What's going on, Adrian?
Hey love, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep.
What's going
Okay.
on?
So let me say this much. Yes, Wanda and Joyce are absolutely the same person. They're the same old battle axes that a lot of us have in our families. These older black women, I think it's okay to come out your mouth and say any old thing you want just because you've reached whatever age you've reached. And that is a problem in all of our communities and all of our families, and we know it. And the problem I have is the Bible, the Word of God tells me I'm supposed to treat my parents with respect, the utmost respect, so my days will be long. It doesn't say I'm supposed to give deference to your parents when they're coming at me crazy.
Oh,
And Tisha and Candy both expect people to just, take whatever their mama say lying down. And in this case, Wanda absolutely did talk about that little girl in an effort to try to make her like, oh, I don't care what Martell said. You didn't have to repeat it. What are you, a parrot, you old bird? I can't stand that. I can't stand it. I can't. And to me, Tisha, I don't like Tisha. I never liked Tisha because I feel like Tisha does play in our faces. Tisha is not stupid by a long shot. Tisha knows exactly what's going on, but Wanda fights all her battles because Tisha don't really want to go at Mel because she can't go at Mel. What's she gonna go at Mel about? So she lets Wanda do it. And for her to sit up there and act like it wasn't no big deal because they didn't call that little girl's name out specifically is playing in my face. And the only other thing I say, I did not like where this conversation was going with Mark, just like I didn't like it on the reunion. I don't know what this is, Martell, Marie, all of them, sitting up there sniggling and giggling like little junior high boys about the fact that Miss Van may or may not have slept with their brother. Who cares? Unless somebody was married, I don't care what these grown people were doing. And Miss Van and is looking at what this man looked like, I don't blame her for denying him. Every grown woman got a body she could take back. And this dude looked like he's one of them. I wouldn't claim him either. And Miss Vance up there looking big and beautiful by the time she probably put that ooey on him, he didn't know what to do. And that's why he on down to the internet acting crazy. And I just didn't like the fact that they keep trying to spray this grown woman like it was something wrong with her doing whatever they was doing. Who knows what they were doing?
yeah.
But I wouldn't claim, not looking the way he look. He look all sloppy. I wouldn't claim that either. You know how frustrating it is to lay up under some struggle strokes? He looked like he don't know what he's doing. Now, why in the world would Miss Van or any other self-respecting woman admit to sleeping with him? Anyway, let me go. I know you got other people. All right, babe, I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Oh my God. She says struggle strokes. All right, let me get to some more of these callers, guys. If you're just joining us, we're taking callers for our recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you're part of the replay crew, as always, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how you would rate the episode. Let me know your thoughts on the episode and your thoughts on what we've said so far about our recap of the show. All right. All right. Miss Bernice is backstage. What's going on, Miss Bernice from Detroit?
What up, though? What up, though?
What's going on?
You know what? This episode really, it was a filler for me. When little Tink Tink called her mama to verify what she said. You know your mama. You know your mama is a hellion and a chaos stirrer. So for you to even sit there and call your mama like she's innocent, like she's the Virgin Mary, not, was a total waste of time. You just proven that Wanda's there to fight your battles. Because you said I look good. Because you want to look good and keep this facade that I don't do that. Wanda is the Mama D of Huntsville. Always up in your child's business when you don't need to be. Because that's all you got. I would enjoy this show even more if Miss Wanda wasn't there. And because she's in my age bracket, and I'd be like, damn. Why? And Tootsie Pop and Big Bubba, let it go. We don't care. We don't care. I'd rather for you to go down to the Humane Society, to the shelter, and get a puppy. Okay. This Mark and Miss Van thing is irking my nerves because they're trying to discredit Miss Van and uplift Mark. When they showed him, I'm looking at him like, that's a homosexual. A homosexual because he's looking for some place to, it's change of season, people, women, those homosexuals looking for a place for the winter.
I would need people to understand that you are saying hobo.
Hobosexual. Okay? That's a hobo looking for a place to hide up for the wintertime. He ain't got nothing. He don't want to get nothing. And he going to leech off of you to get all that he needs. That's what a hobosexual is.
I never even heard of this term.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Bernice. You done cleared them all. All right. Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hobosexual. I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard of it in my life. I learn something new every day. Every day. Replay crew, you will let me know in the comments section. Yeah, Kempire, you never heard of a hobosexual? Nope. Look, nope. All right, let me continue. Let me get through this line of people backstage. All right, some of you just came out of church and you're now here. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. All right. What? Okay. Tina, I'm gonna bring you up next. Hold on. There we go. Hey, Tina.
Hey, can you hear me, Kempire?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hey, I still got your biscuits ready here in Chattanooga.
Why you had to mention I'm hungry now?
Hey, I'm going to go through this real quick.
Okay.
If Destiny had any sense, she would have Stormi as a mentor instead of a foe because she's trying to lay her a blueprint out on how to run her business. Girl, what is wrong with you? Tisha, come on, child. I'm 66, so I'm probably a little older than her mother. Her mother knew exactly what she was doing when she said, who the baby daddy? She is talking about the baby dum-dum. And I've been watching this show since the beginning and it just fallen left for me. Mark looks like he needs to be on the ID channel on one of those shows. And Melanie's mother probably dodged the bullet because he looks unstable to me. He really does. So as Wendy Williams used to say, the killer, He is giving that, I'm telling you, the ID, oxygen channel, that kind of vibe. And I think Mama Joyce is a little bit, I hate to say, more classier than Wanda. And Tisha just, I don't know. That's just unhealthy to me. And the only reason I think her husband said he agreed with Mel because it's just in your face. She needs to lay low. She's becoming a villain. I did like her at first, but now she's just overplaying her hand. She is just really, really overplaying her hand. But this is my first time calling in.
Yes.
And I'm glad to talk to you. And next time I'm in New York, we might have to hook up.
Yes. Thank you, Tina, for
and
calling in.
And I can cook biscuits at my sister's house in the Bronx.
I know, that's right. Give me some biscuits. All right. Thank you, Tina, for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Tina been promised me biscuits from Chattanooga, Tennessee Tennessee does have some really great biscuits. I'm just saying. You know, I've been down there, just saying. All right. Let's get to some more callers, guys. Miss Janaea, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Miss Janaea?
Hi, can you hear me?
A little louder, or you have headphones in, or?
I do. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, that's good. I can hear you. What's going on?
Okay. Yes. So, I was a little upset that you said you didn't, you could do without this show. I was on my way out the door, pre-fight. But I thought that they were trying to redeem themselves. I did not like Stormi pre-fight or before they came back because I thought she was playing her hand the wrong way. But she redeemed herself this these last two episodes. I really like her. I respect her. She's coming across as a professional, and now you can see why she has the money that she has, or she is as successful, because she knows how to turn it on and network and be business minded. And I do believe that Destiny could learn a lot, but I think Destiny is still pissed off and mad, and I don't know if she knows how to, at this point, she's what do they say, cutting your nose off to spite your face, something like that. She's in that position right now, and I think she's too mad. I wouldn't say bitter, but she's upset. Not saying that she doesn't have any space to be mad, because a lot of things that happen, I don't know if I could have sat quiet with it, and she just played her hand wrong. But at least Stormi is woman enough and professional enough to say, look, we can still make moves, and hopefully Destiny will wise up and try to take the little olive branch that Stormi's trying to give. And I agree. Marceau is looking at this as an opportunity to get rid of Miss Wanda. Oh my God. If we all could get rid of my mother-in-law together, that would be so great. Did you hear when he dropped the little hint that they were fined?
Oh.
He said that they, in the car, I believe he either said it in the car or said it as soon as they got to the restaurant. They were fined, a penalty. And he said, I'm not trying to lose any money. So that was why. And good for them, because they need to. And that's why he was coming from a space, I'm not going to look to damage my family for your mother. And Tisha ain't got nobody fooled. I don't care how much education she has. She still has too much ghetto, i.e. her mother, in her to let it go. And hopefully she loves her husband more than her disdain for Mel, because that's where all that comes from. I think she's so, I don't want to call it jealousy, but it might be jealousy, that she just can't get over it. And if her mother, she thinks she's being, I guess maybe it's that sorority thing too, that she can't get out her dislike for Mel, so she goes in through her mother. But bye, Miss Wanda. That's the only way to salvage this show.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Miss Janaea, for calling in.
Have a good Sunday.
You too. All right, let's get to some more call-outs, guys. If you're just joining us, don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Don't forget, we also will be live tomorrow for our weekly collab with Layla Lynn and Grace Report here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel for the Real Housewives of Potomac. And Married to Medicine will be later that day at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And then, of course, don't forget tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be watching Real Housewives of Potomac together and the Married to Medicine reunion. All right. Let's get to these last couple of callers because it's time to eat. Just say. All right. Catherine, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Catherine?
Nothing much. I'm going to be quick. So it's lunchtime. Just two quick things. Marceau, during this comeback group, Kiki, was the definition of Marshawn Lynch. He's just there so he doesn't get fined. He knows that Tisha is on some foolishness, but he's like, I don't want to be disrespectful to my wife. So he's looking at the menu. He's just like, I know you heard your mama being foolish, but I'm just here. So, hey, I know the ribs are good here. I know the bold-faced lie. I know I want this wedge salad. Like, I'm just doing anything to disengage from the lies you finna tell all of these people. And I won't be disrespectful because I normally am disrespectful to you. But this time, like, hey, tell your lies to these people. I'm not going to do it to you today. Stormi, why are we getting you, Stormi? Like, maybe we don't get Stormi because Stormi just wants to keep her business separate. So maybe Stormi is the smartest of them all, honestly. And it's Courtney who also is secondary to the smartest of them all because he's like, this is foolishness too. But Stormi, her live commentary when the fight was actually happening was also genius. She's just like, because I watched everybody's lives, like after the fight, and Stormi was just like, Mama Wanda is foolish, but I did pick up a plate and the plates are good. I was like I watched everybody's live when the fight happened in real time. Yeah. And she's like, Mama Wanda is crazy, but her ribs are good. And I was like, I didn't like Stormi like the first season I watched like last season, but like Stormi has really grown on me. Okay. And I really sorry?
Nothing okay.
But like I think Stormi's the MVP and I wish we got more of her, but like Stormi really does have millions to make. So she really, again, is the smartest of us all. Yeah. But thanks so much, Kemp, and, get your food on.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Take care.
Bye-bye.
I mean, it seems like a lot of people have changed their minds about Stormi. I like to see it. I just like to say I said I like Stormi from the beginning. All right. Let me get to some more callers, guys, because I do want to be able to get to everyone. So I'm going to bring up Shady Gal next. Hold on. What's going on, Shady Gal? Shady Gal, I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you, Shady Gal? Shady Gal, call back in. For some reason, I can't hear you and you're unmuted. That was weird. But it happens. Technology, y'all. Technology. Guys, we are almost at 500 likes. Can we get to 500 likes? Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. They'll start to show up on your algorithm. And don't forget, I am available on CAMEO. I always forget to let you guys know. The Kempire on CAMEO. Links are available in the description of this video. I can wish you a happy birthday, a anniversary message, or someone that you know and love that would love a message from me or a little tea. Find me on CAMEO if you haven't already. All right, Kari, I'm going to bring you up next. Hold on. What's going on, Kari? Kari? Kari, I can't hear you.
What's up, Kempire? Can you guys hear me okay?
Now I can. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Kari, I believe...
Can you hear me?
There is a delay. So drop out and call back in. There's a delay. It happens. It happens with StreamYard, guys. Kari, drop out and call back in because then we prevent this delay because it won't be a good conversation. Curvy on TikTok says, Stormi doesn't want that toxic vibe. It's not a good look. She's about her brand. As she should be. We have to remember, Stormi came on this show already a millionaire, already a successful businesswoman. And I'm sure everything that transpired during season 4, she doesn't want that to be the same thing for season 5, especially because she literally says in this last episode, she has these new retail partnerships. She doesn't need that messing that up. Okay, let's try Shady Gal again. What's going on, Shady Gal?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can we be? Oh, awesome. It's been a long time, Kempire.
I
Just been part
know.
of the replay crew, but this whole situation has just been a lot.
Mhm.
But it must be a cold day in HE double hockey sticks when Martell, homosexual king himself, is the one making sense. Like, it was so weird to watch these last couple episodes and to him to act like he has a conscience. Like he has an understanding, like he thinks.
Yeah.
And then you got Marceau and Slow Tink over here acting like Miss Wanda hasn't been throwing shots. Like, girl. Even Kimmy done told you, your mama done came from me. She came literally at everybody at the table. And Miss Wanda even acknowledged herself in her multiple lives that, yeah, your dad was in Mel's DMs. Mel didn't tell a lie. She told the truth. That's the thing with shade. There's always truth in it. And your mama couldn't take it like you can't take it. And she decided to bring her children up. Because, and let's be honest, Miss Wanda, the whole season 4, ever since like the beginning, after every episode, she went live talking about Mel. And you like, well, my mom didn't indirectly talk about your kids. Then why was she trying to show Mel a picture of somebody who was supposed to look like the youngest baby? Baby, you can't say that she has a picture of the so-called baby daddy when you ain't got a picture of the baby. She's talking about, the A-Town down child that ain't here. When has a fetus ever had a picture that you can be like, yeah, that's their mama, that's their daddy? That's not how that works. Your mom started this stuff. She's starting it on behalf of you or whatever. But at the end of the day, you need to check your mom. Because even your husband is sick of it. Funky Dineva came on last week and said the same thing. Like, how are we going to keep putting our head in the sand and you consistently trying to transfer all the blame onto Mel? Mel came back at your mom once she brought her children into it. Because there's been plenty of times Mel never said anything. And even Martell agreed. And we know Martell don't ever really want to agree with Mel unless he feel like he can get back with her or get some money out of it. So, child, own up. Your mama has caused some mess. It's not entertaining anymore because now people don't want to film together. And y'all all about to risk y'all bag over Miss Wanda and her mess. Girl, if you're going to come at the girl, come at her head on. Don't send your mama to do a grown woman's job. You're grown. You can't be a 50-something-year-old baby. I'm just saying, like, I would have more respect for you if you had tried to come at Mel and you swung on her. I'd have more respect for that. Instead, you try to play smart girl games with a second-grade education and common sense. It's not cute.
Okay.
It's not.
Shady gal, thank you so much for calling in, being shady.
But everything I say has a bit of truth in it.
Okay.
It's the beauty of shade.
All right. Take care. All right. Let's get to some more callers and then we're going to wrap this up. Kari, let's try this again. What's going on, Kari?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can. That is so much better.
Yes.
So I just wanted to say that the best way to revamp this show is to get rid of Carlos King as the producer. And I know that's weird because, he helped create the show, but him and Tisha are the only two people that want Wanda's messy butt on this show. They're the only two people that go up for Wanda. They're the only two people that are happy that Wanda is there creating all that havoc and all that chaos. Tisha is not stupid. Tisha is not dumb. She was just sitting there trying to save her mama's spot on the show on TV. She was trying to make any excuse that she could to not get that lady fired, and Carlos King was helping her. He was sending her notes on her phone like, say this too. Say this too. Say this too. Because Carlos is the only one that wants a Wanda. Wanda is miserable. Wanda is disgusting. Her own son-in-law was sitting there like, okay, Tisha, I want you to be in bed tonight next to me, keeping me warm, so I ain't going to say too much. But we all know. And that's all I have to say is Wanda needs to go. So Carlos needs to go. Bye-bye, Carlos.
Bye, Kari.
Bye.
I swear to you, I did not pay her to say that. I did not pay her to say that. I did not. But here's the thing. Carlos is not going anywhere. Carlos is the executive producer. This show is produced by his production company. Carlos ain't going anywhere. Mama Wanda could go, though. Mama Wanda could go. Y'all are a mess. Oh my Lord. Okay, let me see what you guys say in the live chat, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Jokima says, when Carlos left RHOA, that series took a nosedive, just saying. Do you think it was because of Carlos, though? Because let's be honest, Carlos has gone on to have his own thing, but do we still think that what we get from Carlos, like Love and Marriage Huntsville, is on the same level of an RHOA? I'm just saying. I don't see. I know a lot of you like to give people credit for when it's not just them, and I'm not saying that he wasn't a part of the magic that was RHOA, but it's not just him. There are other producers. There are a cast of people that make RHOA, that make these shows great. It's never really one person. The editors too. Shout out to the editors. Just saying. Anyways, let me just switch this out. Hold on. Let me take a sip. Thank you to everyone that called in. I appreciate you guys sharing your opinion. But again, guys, the opinions of people that call in aren't necessarily the opinions of myself or the Kempire LLC or Google or YouTube, all the things. Replay crew, as always, how would you rate this episode? What did you think of this episode? And let me see what you guys said in the live chat on YouTube. You guys rated this episode fairly well, though. Between 7 and 10, 56% of you rated this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Interesting. We have over 1,000 people here, though, so keep voting. Keep voting. Shout out to everyone that called in again, and shout out to our moderators. We could not do this without our moderators. We appreciate them taking time out of their day and being here. Shout out to Diana. I'm not going to share her personal business, but she had a loss in her family, so shout out to her. I know a lot of you know and love Diana, one of our moderators here as well. Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. You know what, VK? Don't bring me in this. Don't bring me in this, VK. Live just says Wanda, Destiny, and Tiffany can get the step in. Well, I mean, that's a lot of people to get rid of in one shot. But it will be interesting. The season is far from over. I'm sure there will be other things to play out and for other things for us to talk about next Sunday for Love and Marriage Huntsville recap here on the channel. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to follow, be sure to subscribe. I know subscriber notifications can be unreliable, but be sure to follow me on other social media platforms. That way you know when we're going live. Again, thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Thank you to our moderators again. And thank you to everyone watching on multiple platforms. I see you guys on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. We appreciate you being here as well. Have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. I'll see you tonight for our watch party exclusively on TikTok at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And I will see you guys later. Let's get to some music and let's get out of here.
To what we've already given up. It's like we're pacing around the obvious. Separate lives, different stories. 2 out of 4 of us are all fed up. Well, you and I play with fire, but don't say nothing. Oh, we're both busted. We'll get what's coming after you. Hey, hey. No, don't say nothing. Or bon voyage to rendezvous. Trade fights for better views. We both need something new. Maybe we should just tell them. I shouldn't think I hit somebody. So long to rendezvous. So long to. So long to. We've known each other longer. Yeah, I think that should matter. Yeah, we might have took it too far, but we feel the same way. It's like a perfect mistake. So don't say nothing. Oh, we're both busted. We'll get what's coming after you. Hey, hey. No, don't say nothing. Or bon voyage to rendezvous. Trade fights for better views. We both need something new. Maybe we should just tell them. You shouldn't think I hear somebody. So long to rendezvous. So long to. gotta know. Maybe we should just tell them